everyone, and welcome to this month's studio vlog. It currently is the 5th of May. I didn't film for the first few days of May, mainly because I was just taking a break, just taking my time, having a little bit of a time off. I've realised that there's times that I definitely need to take a break, and I haven't been good to myself, and I haven't been taking breaks properly. And that is sort of like the dangers of like working from home and like recognizing when you're having a bad time. And I've not been having a great time of it lately. And as you probably saw in the last vlog, considering there was not much footage at all, it is, sometimes it can be overwhelming. But I digress. It currently is May, and look at this gorgeous amount of scenery I am currently walking through. We're so blessed to live next to such a beautiful scenic area, live near to it, that I'm able to take these beautiful walks to the post office. Yes, that is Hiccup on my bag, drawn by the beautiful Alice XZ. Very talented artist. If you've never heard of them before, please go check them out. I've had this bag for a very long time, and it's so handy for taking, guess what, orders. So I'm going to go and send those off now. This month's going to be pretty exciting because it's Mermaid. We have a really fun Patreon thing for this month, which is the Flower Festival, which is to do with Ember and Willow, which I'm really excited to draw. And my washi tapes arrive tomorrow. We're in the middle of getting ready for another shop update. I try to do my shop updates every 2 to 3 months, just because it keeps me busy and I like to have the store updated fairly often. So now, let's just enjoy the walk, enjoy the scenery, and let's hope that this month is a lot more productive than the last. Let's be honest. I think anything is going to be more productive than last month's sweet potatoes. But I digress. Let's go, let's go, let's go. A very docile squirrel. Hello. Hi, you just came immediately running up to me. I haven't got any food, I'm afraid. Hi. I'll come back with food, okay? Okay, so excuse the hair, I've literally been out of the shower for about 20 minutes, but we got an exciting parcel! This is the washi tapes, which I ordered, so I'm very excited. We're going to open this up and have a look at them. Let's open it! Inspector Bella, yes, parcel, approved. I know people are going to want an update on Bella. Her medication has just finished, and we are currently monitoring her to make sure that she is getting better. Which, by tomorrow she's still not any better, she has to go back to the vets, don't you, Puddin'? But anyway, let's open up the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Oh my god. Oh my, I can already see. Okay, so this is the Bee Booty washi tape. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to get close-ups of all these. Oh my god, the potions bottles turned out so good. And oh my gosh. Bella's already decided that the box is hers. And the manufacturer also sends samples of like other products that they make, showing off different styles of washi tape and stuff. And the other stuff, so like you'll see here, they've sent some foil tapes, stamp tapes, the CMYK glitter tapes, adhesive, washi sticker sheets, and postcards. And this is what else the manufacturer do. I have been thinking about getting some glitter tapes done with these and the stamp tapes, because the stamp tapes would really work with some of my other stuff that I've already got. But let's get a closer look at this washi tape, shall we? Shall we? This is a restock, but let's look.
Okay, so I've very quickly put them on this piece of paper so that we can show them off, and these are the 4 brand new washi tapes. I've reordered the original version of the Teacup Dragons, and this is a new variant version. This is to match the notepads that we've got, so as you can see here, that's how the pattern goes. It is slightly different to the original design. There is no strawberries in this design, and it's gone for a more pastel look. I've even changed the colours slightly of the dragons so that they are brighter, so that they stand out against more of the pastel tones. The next up is the Alchemist's washi tape. I wanted a washi tape that's matching the notepads that we've currently got, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. That purple on that background, just it works so well. I'm so happy with how it looks. This one is the bee washi tape. We've actually got pins arriving of this as well, so that you can get a bee with a matching flower as a pin. I thought that would be a really cute set idea. Looking at making a notepad that also has a very similar design, so then we have like a range to go all together. There's also pins that I'm making, wooden pins of course. I'm not doing enamel pins. I don't have the budget for enamel pins. I've also got pins that match this as well coming out as well, so we're gonna have quite a bit coming up for this shop launch. And the last but certainly not least is the potions tape. I've been reusing a lot of assets that I've already made, because I have a lot of designs that I do and they never see the light of day, and this, I think out of the 4 of them, is probably my least favourite, but I wanted something that's also very like witchy and very magical to go with this, and plus it matches that colour scheme. I think all 4 of them turned out really well, and I'm so happy with them. Oh gosh, I'm so excited for new stuff to arrive. I get so excited about shop launches. Okay, so it's been a bit of a week, so I haven't really filmed much this week. Just as a small update, unfortunately, Bella did get a little bit poorly again. She is currently sat down there. Look how grumpy she is. We're just waiting on some test results to find out basically what the problem is. But we did have a few things arrive this week that I really wanted to share with you, so let me show you. So first things first, on Tuesday, that's when we had to go vet, unfortunately, these arrived. So we have the new backing cards for the tarot set of pins that I'm releasing, the new backing cards for the Bumble's Day Out pins, and of course the Bumble's Day Out notepad. I'm really happy with how these came out. For those wondering, I use banana print for printing my notepads and my business cards. Banana print are really good and cheap if you want cheap backing cards or business cards. These cost me a £5 for 100, and that was single-sided full colour. So that's them. And today, one of my Zap orders arrived. I've actually got 2 Zap orders on the way, but this is one of them. So let's open it up and let me show you. So Zap are the company that I use to make my wooden pins. I really like using Zap because all of their stuff is eco-friendly, including their pins. Their pins are made with recycled wood, and their acrylic is made with recycled acrylic. So, you know, it just feels really good when you're making merch with them, really. And they always send their stuff in eco-mailers, which you can recycle these at your leisure. But this is a lot of pins. It's a very heavy mailer. So these are the 1-inch Bumbles Day out pins. Sorry if you can hear a lot of background noise. Bella is currently going to town in the litter tray. Open all these and have one. Let me open them all up and little happy wooden charms, and let me show you. These are just the bags for this, but oh my gosh, look at them. Oh, so the whole point is that you get a bumble with a flower as like a pin set. And I am so happy with these. They look so cute. And the whole point is like you get like them as a set. And I just think that's really cute. Look how cute they are. They are so cute. Little happy bees and little happy flowers.
so it's time for a little weekly catch-up, face to camera, all that, while I go and post orders. It is currently Wednesday in the 3rd week of the month. I believe it's the 19th today. Yes, it's the 19th today. Had a bit of a problem. So, as we all know, Bella unfortunately has been very poorly. We have been going back and forth with the vets, and last week we managed to get a pee sample so we could send it to the vets because she has been peeing blood. That is the long or the short of it. And they lost her sample. And they didn't tell us until yesterday. So it's been a week since they've had the sample in their possession. And it's taken them a week to let us know. Which, bearing in mind, we had to contact them to find out, hey, can we get updates? Because, you know, the cat's still poorly. So yeah, mad isn't the word right now. So while I'm out posting orders, I have to swing by where the vets is to be able to go pick up more litter so we can get another sample, so that they can test that sample and we can get a little bit of results. The problem that we've got is Bella's issue at the moment is intermittent. So like 1 minute she's fine, next minute she isn't. She also has a really bad head wound that we've been cleaning and looking after. Essentially she had a small cut in her head and she keeps taking off the scab, making it bigger and bigger. So she's currently strictly with a cone on her head while we have this antibacterial soap which has been given to us by the vets. If it doesn't heal, she has to have a steroid injection. Now Bella's always had a lot of health problems. She's had health problems since she was a tiny kitten. So as she gets older, we understand that she is going to have more problems. Other than that, she is absolutely fine. She's eating fine, drinking fine, she's playing, she's everything. She's 100% fine, and it is very concerning. And it's very concerning because, you know, she's my little baby and I worry about her. But I'm off to go and post orders, go pick this stuff up from the vets, and I'm probably going to swing by B&M to see if I can pick up some more storage boxes, because the washi tape, like, I still have it in its original box that it came in, so I need to sort that out. We should have another dispatch from Zap this week, which means all the other pins will be ready, and yeah, getting ready for the end of month store update. I still need to glue all the pin backs on. I had to take Monday off because I was feeling really poorly and really run down, really fatigued. I was having a reaction to pain medication. You know, comes and goes, guys. Sometimes you're fine, sometimes you're not. But anyway, I'm going to go in and enjoy this walk. It is beautiful, it is fresh. Look how gorgeous it is. And I am currently, look at all these pigeons. Look at that massive bird there, look at that. There's a gull. Hello, you. Look at all these pigeons. There's a heron around here as well. If you can see here, in those trees there, those are herons. Aren't they beautiful? No, we're very lucky to live in an area like this. Look how gorgeous it is. Ugh. Alright, let's go to sort out the rest of the day. It's going to be a long day. So, time to do a little bit of an update. Excuse me, I need to do my makeup because it's, yes, anyway. So we've just had the new shipment of pins, the last shipment arrive of pins from Zap, and they look really good. I'll show you them in a minute, as well as the keyring design. Oh my god, the fallout on this is so bad. Anyway, and it's just been a really busy week, if I'm honest. I spend the majority of my time when I'm store prepping actually getting the stock ready for the finalized like updates and stuff like that. So these new pins now need to be peeled, then they need to have the new pin backs put on them, and then the key rings need to be assembled. And after we've done that, we need to do product photography. I say we, my partner helps with the product photography, and so we need to sort that all out. And I know some of you are going to be asking for a Bella update, so
I told you a few days ago that unfortunately the vets lost Bella's pee sample. And if you're not fully caught up to date with that, essentially Bella has been very poorly. She has been peeing blood, and that's TMI, but that's what we've been dealing with. And she's been on medication, she's been to the vet several times, and so the last time we got a sample, took it to them, and unfortunately they lost the sample. So we had to get that all done again, and the results came back, and they actually called us the same day that they managed to get the pee, which was ridiculous because it took like 2 days for me to be able to get her to pee in that tiny amount of litter that they gave me. But I digress. You don't want to hear about my cat's blood. And it turns out the whatever infection she has mostly cleared up. We need to keep her on Loxicom, and she needs to go on a special diet for a little bit. This diet will help her with any urine issues that she would have, mainly because she still has crystals in her pee, which essentially means that there is still lingering signs of an infection there, so we have to sort of like help with it. It's a lot. And it's like, it's sort of like, it's one of those, like, it has sort of affected month to month this month, especially because, you know, she's my little kitty, you know, she's currently asleep behind me, she still has the coat of shame on, and if you're wondering why, and if you're not up to date with socials, Bella has a cone on at the moment because she has a cut on her head. I'm not going to show you the cut because it got really, really bad. It took over like a big portion of the head. And all it started off was a small cut she cut herself when she was scratching. And it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And so she currently has to keep the cone on, don't you, madame? So that it can heal, and it's been clean, it's been sorted, the vet's looked over it, she's healthy, she's fine, etc. So yeah, that's my Bella update, which is always fun when you have a pet that unfortunately is poorly. Now, Bella is poorly a lot, and I know someone in the comments will probably bring that up. Bella is poorly a lot, and the reason why she's poorly a lot is because she's essentially the runt of the litter, and when we got her when she was a kitten, she was already very poorly. She has a really low compromised immune system, and so if like one small thing is out of order, that's it. She's had steroid injections, she's had all sorts, and we actually have to always make sure we got a little bit of money put aside just in case, because you never know. And like, Bella's been alright for quite a while, so she hasn't been going to the vets for quite a while, apart from the occasional checkup. But yeah, that is that. And obviously, that's part of personal life stuff. It's not really stuff I like to talk about because some stuff not everyone needs to know about, you know? Personal life, sometimes I like to keep very private and keep separate from art life. But, you know, Bella is a huge part of my art life. She inspired Procals, you know? Yeah. Okay, here is the finalised makeup look. I know some of you would never let me hear the end of it if I didn't show you. I'm going for a more simpler look today. I really like to do like smoky style eyelashes, and I am living for this lipstick. This is by Revolution. It's a lip gloss, but anyway. So I wanted to show you what's just arrived from. Oh, crinkle, crinkle packets. All that noise. Can you? Welcome to Crinkle ASMR. Anyway, so as well as the bee pins, so long story short, I use a company called Zap Creatives. I use Zap Creatives for all of my wooden pin and plastic merch. And the reason why I used them is because all of their stuff is eco-friendly. Now I could talk about them for absolute ages, but all you need to know is all their stuff is done on recycled acrylic and recycled wood, which is amazing thinking about that. And it's just, yes, and all of their stuff, when it arrives, it comes in eco-friendly packaging. Now that sounds like such a large drivel, and I can imagine people go, well, what's the point? It's little things that companies do like that which really are very helpful to doing, and it's one of the reasons why I'm really hesitant about doing enamel pins. A part of me really wants to, but a part of me knows like the production into it's quite excessive because it's basically melting plastic. But I digress. That's just a personal thing. I really like the look and feel of wooden pins. I think it matches my aesthetic. I am umming and ahhing about enamel, but let me know what you think. But you're not here to hear me ramble talking about all that. You're here to see the new merch. So first things first is we have 2 new keyrings. Now we obviously have the Bumble merch that I've been working on, but I've also made 2 new keyrings. So this is one of them. I've already assembled it. I have to go and assemble all of this. This is art that I made for a part of the botanist tier for Patreon, and I really like the art a lot, and it's just prickles with some potions. The wood smells so good. Another one that I did, because they had a massive sale on, they had like 30% off wooden charms, and I was like, I've already done an order because I ordered the Bumble pins with 15% off because they had 15% off store sale. And then they had like a 30% off one. I was like, well, I have to now. This is the Bumble keyring that I've been working on. I've been trying to work on collections for the stores, that we have collections of stuff rather than just like, you know, 1 or 2 odd things. So that is the Bumble, and come on camera, focus. Bumble and Prickles keyring. So I have to go through and assemble all those, and what if you don't know, and you've probably seen me do it, they all have a protective thing on the front and the back, and this is so that when they are cutting, it protects the artwork of the design itself. So that's them 2. The other is some more pins. Now you're probably going, oh, Sophie, you've already got so many designs. I've been reusing a lot of assets from stuff that I've already done. So for example, with the potions washi tape that we got made, we had two new washi tapes made. One was the potions washi tape, which had all the potions on, and one was the alchemist like style, where it had the tarot cards and it had like open book, and that's a reused asset from the Potions Apprentice a notepad that we made. So I'm trying to reuse a lot of assets, and I thought it'd be really fun to reuse the tarot designs. So let me grab a handful because they're all in here somewhere. Okay, so this is one of them. Let me peel the front off. This is the one with the moon, cup, and come on, focus. It's the moon cup and the tarot, as you can see. They're 1-inch pins, so they're not huge, but you can get like a decent amount. And then this is the other tarot design pin that I did to go with it. And this is because I really liked the design aspects that I'd done and wanted to reuse them. So that's that. And another one that's new, because the other one that's in here is an old design, which I had to reorder because I only had 2 of them left, is to go with the potions. This was a design that didn't make it into finalized. So that's the dream potion. So we have 3 new pin designs, which essentially, as you can imagine, they are going to going up on the store as well. It's all about building collections sometimes and going through and doing that. So I am now going to watch Bailey's new latest update with her store stuff. It's really exciting to see other like people's behind the scenes. I love seeing behind the scenes. I don't know about you guys. I love seeing like how a product goes from design to finalized product, and I think that's also interesting to see from like a consumer point of view, like seeing how your product is made. I'd love to actually go to somewhere like Zap Studios and have a look at the entire design process. This lipstick's very distracting. It's very shiny, isn't it? Ba 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 ba. It's also very dark. I call this look like, I can't decide whether or not I want to be cottagecore or whether or not I want to be goth. I don't know. Cottagecore goth. Is that a real thing? I don't know. I don't have the fanciest clothes for that. You can wait till I lose weight, okay? Right, let's get working. assembling, making, creating is all a small part of store updates, and you have seen this time and time again in the studio vlogs. And if this is your first studio vlog, welcome. I know that this has been a very ranty studio vlog, especially with Bella being poorly, but I digress. Assembling the charms and making sure that all the packaging is correct does take up quite a large portion of pre-making it. So you can get these pins pre-made, but I actually prefer to do it myself because it's a lower cost if I actually do it all myself. I can get these all pre-done on the backing cards and it would all be done for me and it'd be much easier, but that does have a higher cost rate, which therefore does eat into profits. Plus, the company that I print these with, the wooden pins, these are 1 inch, which means that if I was to get them in the pin form, they would have to be the 25 millimeters instead of the 15 millimeters, and it does incur costs, obviously the bigger the pin size that you go. I like this sort of option with me being able to have the pin backs by myself, because it basically means I get a choice of what I want to put on the back here. If I want to make these into magnets, I can make them into magnets, you know? It's my option in what I choose to do. And with these wooden charms as well, you can add a loop, which basically means that you can make them into key rings. So assembling doing all this can take a few days worth of work. The glue that I use to glue the pin backs on is E6000 glue. I find that this works the best with me, and if you are gonna use your own pin backs, try and get the bigger bases instead of the smaller bases. The smaller bases work fine if you've got something that's quite thin. But if you've got something that's slightly bigger, try and get something with a bigger pin flat base. These are called butterfly pins, by the way, because it means that it's less likely that it's going to come off the product itself. It's a lot of trial and error. You can use resin to stick the pin backs on, but you need quite an aerated area for that and sufficient places for it to dry, and we don't have that. So this is just me, as you can see, assembling and putting it all together. Fun, fun, fun. Another really big part of this month was Mermaid, and I didn't get a massive amount of footage of me actually working on Mermaid, which is kind of sad, but you will see the sketchbook tour, which I will put out next week for everyone to see, which will have all of the mermaids in. This year I decided to do something a little bit different, and I actually worked with jelly gouache, the Himi jelly gouache palette. It's been on my wish list for a long time, and I finally treated it to myself last month because I wanted to get better with gouache. It's a sort of medium that a lot of people rave about, and I really figured, you know what, this is the time. Mermaid's always a really good practice month. I use a scrap paper notepad, and I've used it every single year from Hobbycraft. It's not the best for wet mediums, but the toned paper really, chef's kiss, let stuff sing. You can see me here after all the pin backs are glued. I tend to leave it for about 6 to 12 hours. You don't have to leave it that long. I believe it fully dries within like 2 or 3, but I like to leave it as long as I physically can. To then pin back the stuff onto the backing cards, I have a piece of cardboard that I folded several times, and this makes life so much easier for when you are trying to pin them through there instead of stabbing your hands. Plus recycled cardboard, you'll have plenty of that from all the boxes that do arrive. My recommendation is, if you are going to be using a company like Zap, double check how long shipping costs, production time it takes, and of course make sure that you have all your files set up and ready. I personally can't sing enough praises of Zap, but I know people that use a lot of online companies. Biggest recommendation from a lot of artists is to use a company that manufactures in China, such as Vograce, Washi Mill, Craft Mill. These are all fantastic places to do your other types of merchandise with. And this is the jelly pad. Oh,
it's been interesting to use, I will say that. But overall, I've had a lot of fun doing Mermaid with gouache. Not everything was perfect, but all that matters is that I've had fun, and it was really fun to draw a mermaid. I've said the word fun a lot, but I can't digress how much fun I have just trying out new mediums and doing different things. This one was actually one of my favorites. This one was, I didn't have a prompt list this year. I just drew whatever I felt like, and I really wanted to do like a burlesque style mermaid. And this was because I had these like sort of pearls, and I wanted to stick them on there and create a really fun, cute effect. And this was just me building up lots of different texture. Honestly, if you can get stuff on this textured paper, chef's kiss, it sings so well. My best recommendations for working on toned paper, which I have done a video in the past for, is using coloured pencils such as polychromos, because they sit really well on toned paper, acrylic markers, gouache, and some acrylic inks will work really well on this toned paper. I just have fun with it all. Mermaid's an excellent challenge month. I don't know, I like challenge months. I always find them excellent to play around with. And then came product photography time. I didn't film too much of this, but I was really happy with some of the end results. I'll put them up so that you can see of the photos themselves. It's really nice after you've taken your time to do all the products to then, do product photography. The way I do it is I like a really nice simple colour background. I put a few things laid out depending on like what it is. So like for washi tape, I like to put out like some paper and some pens, and just like kind of like dress up the background. I try not to do it overdress it, because I want the main focus to be on the illustration itself. As for camera, I just use my phone, and I also use a light source as well, just a ring light, just to balance the daylight as well.
And so concludes our studio vlog for the month of May. May was a very interesting month. April was a bit of a down month for me, hence why I haven't really posted the studio vlog. It was just mainly me working on myself and my mental health. But May was a really productive month. We had new merchandise arrive, new store update. I was really happy with what I was managing to produce there. I managed to finish commissions. I was really happy with what I produced throughout May. And I think for my next store update, I'm going to wait until August. This gives me time to build up on the stock and gives time for the new stock to sort of like settle on the store. I found like doing like regular updates on the store has like sort of like either really helped or really hindered. And this is something that you sort of like have to learn the ins and outs of when you're running an online store. Doing conventions, the stock that sells at a convention is very different to the stock that sells online. So it's understanding the target market online and then applying the merchandise to be able to do that while still staying consistently true to what you do. I don't really sell fan art. The only fan art that I sell is Critical Role, and the only reason why I sell those Critical Role things is because I've got permission to be able to sell them. Other than that, I don't sell fan art, so that makes it quite difficult to have a market online, and because you're selling just your original stuff, and that can be quite difficult because it's not something that people are familiar with. So it is quite difficult, but I really want to encourage people to try it. And even if you just have like a Redbubble or a Society 6, a place where you upload your artwork and they take care of the product and the handling, and that'll give you a understanding of like, selling your artwork, because there's a lot of money and investment that goes into a lot of this. Like, thousands upon thousands of pounds have been spent on merchandise, and sometimes like there is a chance that that merchandise won't sell. Really good examples to look at would be, say, Catnip Studios and Bailey J. The reason being is because they're already so well established. It's interesting to see it from their point of view, since they both run warehouses. I know quite a few artists that do actually outsource a lot of their printing and get someone else to print it for them. You can use a site like Imprint, where you can put your prints, your design up in there, and they will handle the shipping and the printing for you. This can be something that can be quite handy if you do not have the storage space. Now, we live in a tiny apartment. Like, you've seen the majority of it. When I'm showing you the videos, the 2 desks that I've got take up the biggest majority. Like, this is in the bedroom. My other desk, my packing desk, is in the living room. Like, it's difficult because I would love to branch out and do more, but it's also about storage space as well. I think I really would like to branch out and do different bits of merch, but 1, cost, 2, time, 3, storage. And if that's not a viable option, that's why there are other things out there. And I think that's really interesting to sort of see the ins and outs of that. And that's why I like doing these studio vlogs, because you guys get to see a lot of the behind the scenes, a lot of the designing, a lot of the things that go into it. And like, this month was Mermaid, and I had a great time during Mermaid. I mean, filling a sketchbook with all the mermaids has been an absolute delight. So there will be a sketchbook tour of this put up as well. But no, I want to thank you all for joining the studio vlog. It's so good to be back. It feels so amazing to be back, and I'm glad that you, well, thank you for letting me take a break. It was so wonderful. So, thank you for watching this month's studio vlog. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Let me know if you would like me to post April's studio vlog. I didn't get a lot of footage, but there is some stuff in there that I think would be interesting to see. But if not, that's okay. But I hope you all have a wonderful week. See you next week. And as always, folks, stay creative.